Revealing your vulnerabilities can sometimes invite others to exploit them. Although this is not always the case, certain individuals may derive satisfaction from witnessing your suffering or actively contributing to it. This tendency towards sadism and envy is unfortunately prevalent in many people and can hinder your personal development in various areas of life, such as professional environments, social circles, and even within family dynamics. Therefore, mastering the art of concealing your vulnerabilities can paradoxically strengthen your position. In this metaphor, imagine yourself as a tree enduring a storm. While the leaves flutter and the branches sway, the trunk remains steadfast, firmly rooted in the earth. This imagery represents silent resilience, a quality we strive to develop. We will discuss how you can strengthen yourself by demonstrating that you are not easily influenced by external or internal challenges. Each obstacle presents an opportunity to emulate the tree, remaining composed as if unaffected by the storm. You are not denying the storm's existence, but rather choosing not to be soaked by the rain or toppled by the wind. Through this, you will learn to be the master of your destiny, unwavering, strong, and calm amidst chaos. In this video, we will discuss the 18 Stoic principles of Epictetus, a well-known and respected philosopher that you may have already heard of. Additionally, I encourage you to reflect on self-knowledge, where strength is not derived from the clamor of thunder, but from the tranquility of the light that guides our way. So, for the next few minutes, let's concentrate on the substance of the video and avoid getting distracted by our daily obligations. Let's begin. Principle 1. Always anticipate the worst. One of the main sources of anxiety and its debilitating effects is the anticipation of negative outcomes in the future. We worry about our children neglecting their studies, losing our jobs, our spouse revealing infidelity and seeking a divorce, or experiencing financial ruin. The problem is that our fears constantly shift from one concern to another, causing ongoing stress. Life, though it has joyful moments, also presents inevitable challenges. Epictetus proposes a radical yet effective approach. Imagine that all these dreaded scenarios have already occurred. By doing so, you prepare your mind to develop resilience and confront adversity directly. One of the primary sources of anxiety and its debilitating effects is the anticipation of unfavorable outcomes in the future. We worry that our children may neglect their studies, that we might lose our jobs, that our spouse might reveal infidelity and seek a divorce, or that financial ruin may befall us. The problem is that our fears shift from one concern to another, causing perpetual stress. Life, while offering moments of joy, also presents inevitable challenges. Epictetus offers a drastic yet effective approach. Imagine that all these dreaded scenarios have already come to pass. By doing so, you prepare your mind to develop resilience and face adversity head-on. Principle 2. Listen twice as much as you speak. Have you ever wondered why nature gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth? According to Epictetus, this is not a coincidence, but a deliberate design meant to remind us to value others' voices as much as our own. He argues that progress in life comes from learning from others rather than constantly repeating our own thoughts. Therefore, starting today, make a conscious effort to listen more attentively to those around you and resist the urge to dominate conversations with your own voice. Principle 3. Embrace failure as a path to progress. In our quest to avoid appearing foolish, we often strive for the impossible. However, Epictetus offers a different perspective. He suggests that being labeled a fool can actually be beneficial, as it presents an opportunity for genuine growth, both personally and professionally. According to this Stoic philosopher, success is not an instant reaction, but rather the result of a journey marked by trial and error. Through these errors, we refine ourselves and move closer to excellence. Principle 4. Beware of the perils of fortune. The wealth we eagerly seek often carries burdens that few can escape. It's not just the sudden emergence of people seeking to exploit our riches through fake friendships. Money has a transformative power, often leading to negative outcomes. Once we possess this coveted resource, we uncover new aspects of ourselves, and it is at this point that our spirit may deteriorate due to compromised moral values. Principle 5. always remember that death awaits at the end of our journey. This advice doesn't promote pessimism, but rather an awareness that death is the ultimate destination of all our actions and endeavors. By keeping this in mind, we can reconsider whether it's truly worthwhile to spend 20 years of our limited life saving up to buy a house that, no matter how much it means to us, we can't take with us beyond this life. When death eventually comes, it would be beneficial to carry a small notebook with these Stoic principles, just like we carry essential items in our bag for daily life, such as our phone, credit cards, and toothbrush. Embracing these principles will help us see setbacks as challenges instead of misfortunes, and view life as a finite amount of time, rather than an endless expanse at our disposal. This realistic perspective will ensure we make the most of our time in this life. Principle 6. Do not fixate on a singular hope. Fortunately, humans are naturally inclined toward diversity. It is unwise to invest all our hopes in a single dream, as failure in that endeavor could be devastating. Epictetus advises us to pursue multiple aspirations, as this approach significantly enhances our likelihood of success. Principle 7. True wealth resides in a contented spirit. Epictetus, guided by Stoic principles, offered a unique perspective on happiness, which can be gleaned from one of his renowned statements. A wise person is one who does not anguish over what they lack, but finds joy in what they possess. This sentiment is more than mere philosophy. It serves as a directive to cease agonizing over the wealth and possessions that elude us. By lamenting what we lack, we squander precious moments of happiness that could be spent expressing gratitude for all we have accomplished thus far, achievements that far surpass what our eyes are accustomed to seeing. Therefore, a truly rich individual is, above all, a contented one. Principle 8. Embrace humility in all aspects of life. Epictetus urges us to recognize that true learning begins with acknowledging our ignorance in areas where we believe we already possess knowledge. This call to humility is particularly poignant in the pursuit of knowledge. Approaching life with an attitude of pride in our existing knowledge only serves to separate us further from genuine understanding, which emerges from the acknowledgement that we are, in fact, completely ignorant about the subjects we seek to comprehend. By adopting this perspective, we are able to view the world with the same wonder and eagerness to learn as a child. Principle 9. Forge alliances with people who inspire success. It's intriguing how we instinctively distance ourselves when someone nearby sneezes, fearing contagion. Yet, we often fail to exercise the same caution regarding one of the most potent contagions we encounter daily: the influence of those around us. Epictetus imparts a valuable lesson on this matter. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you to strive for excellence, as people's behavior significantly impacts our mental state. Some individuals deplete our energy and dampen our spirits, while others leave us invigorated and joyful. Therefore, one of the wisest choices we can make is to align ourselves with those who radiate positivity into our lives, bidding farewell to those who have the capacity to make us regret our existence. Principle 10. Guilt is akin to a plague. Epictetus' insight: narrow-minded individuals blame others. Average individuals blame themselves. But the wise see all guilt as folly, has influenced modern therapy to view guilt as a detrimental emotion to be eliminated. The most effective strategy to overcome guilt is to refuse to engage with it altogether. However, this approach is challenging, as blaming others or ourselves provides a seemingly effortless escape from taking responsibility for our actions. Only those who possess unwavering determination to overcome guilt can successfully avoid its trap while still holding themselves accountable. Principle 11. Always honor your responsibilities. Each person has a role to fulfill in society and the world. Just like the sun rises every morning without needing praise or encouragement, we too must fulfill our duties. It is a disservice to both our community and ourselves to wait for recognition before performing our tasks. Understanding our responsibilities and acknowledging that others rely on them creates a moral obligation for us to fulfill them without external reminders. Principle 12. Remember that your responses shape your fate. Epictetus emphasizes the significance of our reactions, asserting that they ultimately determine our success or failure. According to him, we cannot choose the events that befall us, but we can choose how to respond to them. Adversity can strike anyone, but it is our response to it that distinguishes us thereafter. While some may spiral into depression and victimhood following a divorce, for instance, Epictetus sees it as a prime opportunity for self-discovery. Your life, he reminds us, is not defined by what happens to you, but rather by how you choose to navigate it. Principle 13. Embrace simplicity. In a world filled with luxuries, why should we choose a frugal life? The answer is surprisingly straightforward and logical. Contrary to popular belief, wealth does not sustain itself. It requires continuous dedication and a significant daily energy investment to maintain a luxurious and abundant lifestyle. On the other hand, embracing simplicity liberates us from the stress of meeting deadlines for bills, loans, and credit card payments. Overall, simplicity offers a more manageable and stress-free way of life. Principle 14. Do not harbor hatred for those who despise you. Instead, simply disregard them. You are far greater and entirely superior to those who criticize, scorn, or discriminate against you. Therefore, there is no value in wasting your precious time and energy hating such individuals. They are not even worthy of occupying your thoughts. We are advised not to fear those who seek to harm us, as their actions are merely a lamentable attempt to inflict damage. Thus, it is best to ignore such negativity and develop immunity to it. Principle 15. Don't surrender control of your life to others' words and actions. When you allow the comments and behaviors of others to upset you, you effectively relinquish control over your own life. Anyone capable of provoking anger in you becomes your master. However, they can only trigger your anger if you permit yourself to be disturbed by them. Epictetus teaches us that within us lie many keys. Some unlock happiness, while others lead us to emotional ruin. It is this latter key that we unwittingly surrender to those who provoke us. The solution lies in erecting a barrier that shields us from being affected by others' attitudes. For ultimately, each person is the master of their own words and decisions, as well as what they choose to internalize. Principle 16. Cease worrying about what lies beyond your control. You have dominion over your thoughts, but not your reputation. You possess the drive and passion for endeavor, yet you cannot dictate the extent of your possessions or success. Therefore, fretting and becoming embittered over matters beyond our influence is a conscious choice to squander time. According to Epictetus, our task is to nurture those virtues. We have the capacity to change, while simultaneously relinquishing control over what lies beyond our grasp, allowing fate to guide those outcomes. Principle 17. Cease worrying about what lies beyond your control. You have dominion over your thoughts, but not your reputation. You possess the drive and passion for endeavor, yet you cannot dictate the extent of your possessions or success. Therefore, fretting and becoming embittered over matters beyond our influence is a conscious choice to squander time. According to Epictetus, our task is to nurture those virtues. We have the capacity to change, while simultaneously relinquishing control over what lies beyond our grasp, allowing fate to guide those outcomes. Principle 18. Extract value from every experience. Epictetus teaches us that, regardless of the circumstance, we have the power to find benefit. It is not just an option to extract good from adversity, it is our responsibility. As long as you possess reason, you can discern the advantages in any situation. For example, imagine going to work one day and finding out that you are being let go. Instead of feeling despair and becoming a victim of the universe, consider the opportunity to pursue the entrepreneurial venture you have always dreamed of. You can still fulfill your obligations at your current job and interact with colleagues, even if they are not your preferred choice. Therefore, always strive to identify the positives in any situation. This practice, accumulated throughout your life, will undoubtedly propel you further than simply lamenting ever could. Stoic principles not only provide practical guidance for daily life, but also act as a compass in challenging times, promoting resilience and purpose. Stoicism rejects fantasy and instead focuses on applying learned principles to move forward. If you liked the video, Please share your thoughts and write down Stoic Core Soul in the comments. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Until next time.